Hi, Nancy Burt-Preece here, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I can't wait to show you this cute card. Here's all my contact information if you want to take a screenshot. Let me show you this cute card. I love the Gingerbread Man bundle from Stampin' Up! We're going to use the stamp set and the bundle and just the stamp set of the traditional labels. So let me show you how fun this is to make. I am starting with a piece of garden green, and I realize I didn't score that one. So you get to see how I do that, which is very easy. This is 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to put it in my paper trimmer, make sure my cutting blade's out of the way, and just go ahead and give it a nice score at the 5 1/2 mark. So that'll give us a nice crisp fold, which I really like. Then I'm using some of this wonderful designer series paper, and this is from, and I almost lost the name of the suite again, Traditions of Christmas Designer Series paper, which is really quite pretty. Look at the poinsettias. I'm using just the cherry cobbler side, but it is gorgeous. It's really, the whole pack is gorgeous, and it should be back in stock soon too. Now, these are my parts and pieces. I'm going to take, I already cut it out with a piece of the Gingerbread Man. I cut him out of pecan pie, and I left a little extra, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. So I have my Gingerbread Man, and you need a big block for this. That just works best. Remember, if you have a big block, you're going to go ahead and put the ink on this way so you're not getting a lot of extra. And then I'm going to try to do this as best I can on camera. I'm doing pecan pie on pecan pie. Hopefully this is good. I can just peel that right up. Oh, I did good. Also, I wanted to let you know I put the eyes, because it comes with lots of different eyes. I was doing the winking eye, and I put it right on, so I'm only stamping at one time, which is great. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors, and I'm going to gently cut just a little bit. Now, it's not perfect. Could I run it back through the machine and try cutting the other side? I could. I didn't, because I'm going to put a cup in that hand, so it's really okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I am not popping the Gingerbread Man up. Sometimes you have to be careful of popping too much up, and so I only popped up the sentiment. So I'm going to put him on an angle as far down as I can, because I want to get his hat on there too. Now, same Traditions of Christmas paper, and it's beautiful. Like, if you really wanted the other side, you certainly could. And I'm going to add the scarf, which is all coming from that bundle. Then I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive. I'm using the Tombow glue for the hat. And, you know, you want to make sure it doesn't go too far up, but it can go up on the green, which I'm totally fine with. Then I'm going to put the cup, and I like that it has a little bit of a detail on that cup. A little bit on the handle there. And that's going to cover up that hand. So I don't have to worry, and I got a little excess there. I'll come back through and get that off if I can. That'll cover up that hand that doesn't look quite as good. Now, I put Seasons Eatings, because that's kind of goofy. But I'm going to show that you can also use the traditional labels and use the Merry and Bright. And I'm going to stamp it on a piece of scrap here because I never tested. Oops, I got it in the wrong color because I want it in cherry cobbler, not pecan pie. So let me try that. Make sure that looks pretty good. Oh, it looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp Merry and Bright because not everybody wants Seasons Eatings. I thought it was cute, but not everybody. I'm going to do this in my November class. And that looks very cute. So there we have our Merry and Bright. I'm going to pop it up. And I'm going to use probably 3. You know, you wouldn't have to. You could use 2. However you choose. I'm using our Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, which I've used some from other places, and they really are the best. I know that sounds goofy, but it's really true. There we go. The last thing I'm going to do for the front is get my Take Your Pick tool and put the largest peppermint right in the middle of that cup. And I'm going to take kind of a medium peppermint. And I'm just going to do 2. I tried to do 3, and you could do 3. I'm just doing 2 because 3 seems like a lot for little buttons. So isn't that so simple? Now let me show you. I don't think I bone folded this one. That's why it's still kind of up like that. Let me show you. The inside is so incredibly easy. I am using the Merry Christmas from the traditional labels. I like that font. It's just so pretty. And if I get a lot of extra like that, I have to be careful that I don't get it on my card. I'm going to add a paper strip just to jazz up the inside a little bit. You could, do a little bit of the gingerbread on the inside, but I just decided to jazz it up with a little strip from that same paper. And put that on the inside. Let me make sure that looks pretty even, I think. Although I think that's up a little bit. Is it up a little bit? Maybe not. So is that the cutest? And, if you come to my class, you get a choice of what you want to put as far as your sentiment. But just a cute little gingerbread man that is fun for the holidays. So I hope you try it, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.